Tech fans, where y'all at? Tech fans. Hey man, let's go, man. Y'all ready to pack the dot? It's time, man. Gotta give y'all my analysis and my prediction for this game, man. It's gonna be a good one, man. It is. Alright, man. So as y'all know, I write for SI, man. You know what I'm saying? Covering Georgia Tech, man. So I have a lot of articles. Make sure you go Georgia Tech on SI. Check it all out. Talk about important players from Miami, important players from Tech. But man, I'm gonna go and start with Georgia Tech. It all starts with this guy right here, Haynes King. That's where it starts, man. To play or to not to play. He was already voted and named the captain for this game. They need him back badly. The offense does not look the same without him and without his presence, in my humble opinion. And they're going to need him if they're going to pull off this upset. So we're going to find out at game time if he's going to go. Okay, so in my my thumbnail, whatever I have for this video, I'm definitely going to say Georgia Tech will upset Miami if Haynes King plays. Like, that's what it comes down to. You need Haynes King to play in this one. You need your full dogs. You need Kyle Eford to play as well. I think he was also voted a captain, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the two I highlight. Like, you need him, and you're going to need Amari Harvey. Amari Harvey's going to likely be lined up against Xavier Restrepo. Also, you know what I'm saying, Jacoby George and several of those great athletes on Miami side. But King he makes everything go. Like, I think we took for granted his athleticism, how he takes the QB runs, and it's spectacular. Like, he's outrunning D1 athletes. They solely miss that because you keep a team balanced when you run the RPO with Jamal Haynes and you got him. You know what I'm saying? And in his throws that he makes down the field, hasn't turned over the football, y'all. Again, hasn't played in a lot of games. He's been injured, right? But peep this, y'all. 8 touchdowns this year. I think nearly a 72% completion percentage. That's top 6 in the country, right? And he only has 1 interception. King is taking care of the football. And that's what we wanted to see this year. It's too bad he's been injured, but a win like this, man, goes a lot for his career going forward. Okay? So they're going to need him. And I think if he's present with the weapons they got with Eric Singleton Jr., right? Malik Rutherford's having a phenomenal season. Jackson Halls, Avery Boyd. They're probably going to rotate in some of the freshmen. Bailey Stockton, Isaiah Kenyon, Abdul Jahanna, maybe Leo Blackburn. They got the talent to do it. This secondary is very – you can take advantage of it. It's very susceptible, and they don't need their quarterback. And as I say here, like as you guys see, most likely ranked upset, I think it's Georgia Tech. All right, now before I give y'all my prediction, let's go to the defensive side of the ball and let's talk about this guy. Cam Ward. In the second half alone this season, 1,484 yards passing, 12 touchdowns, 121.7 passer rating, 88.3 pro football focus. Great. The dude is a stud, okay? Flat out, the dude is a stud. And the thing that's challenging with him is that whenever he faces adversity, let's say it's pressure, let's say they're down, let's say he's thrown 2 interceptions and has a fumble, doesn't matter. Go back and look at some of the games they've played this year against Virginia Tech, right? Cal, struggling a little bit against Duke. Didn't matter. This dude right here, you got to knock him out. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able – 2 touchdowns is nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? 3 touchdowns, nothing. You're going to have to knock this team out if you're going to have a chance. Or he's going to come back and he's going to dot you up, dot that I. I think he's the best quarterback in NCAA football right now. I don't think there's anybody that could be in the same conversation. No disrespect to Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders. It's Cam Ward. He's the best one. So we got that, throwing for over 3,000 yards, over 26 touchdowns this year. And how he can see and analyze the field and how he can make pinpoint throws, the sidearms, the arm angles. This is one of the best quarterbacks in the NCAA, man. So it's going to be tough, but he's going to be a player to watch as well for Miami. All right, a couple more as I outlined in the article. Obviously, Xavier Restrepo, dude's a dog. Out of the illustrious history of Miami, Michael Irvin, Santana Moss, Andre Johnson, there is only one that leads the program all-time in receiving yards, and that's Xavier Restrepo with 2,573. Has a chance to potentially break the record in most catches in program history as well this week if he gets over that 182, which I'm sure he'll have a catch in this game. I mean, absolutely incredible. His 66-yard touchdown and run from last game was absolutely insane, man. He's tough to guard. Double coverage doesn't matter. I mean, like I pointed out in the article, his versatility. He can line up in the slot and kill you, be a short intermediate threat, or he could be a screen guy, take it all the way to the house, or he could be a deep threat and go all the way down the field. They're going to have the work cut out, and Georgia Tech has to remember not to get any bust, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to secondary. Now, I think Tech has one of the most underrated secondaries in the ACC. When you look at Amari Harvey and what he can do and his ability, what I outlined, and also when you look at what Warren Burrell can do, two really good corners, I think, in the ACC. Doesn't get enough love, in my humble opinion. But I think so far this year, they've been good. And you've seen it in that game against Virginia Tech, right? They did all they could and kept them in that game. They wasn't really getting torched. The place where Georgia Tech's susceptible is their linebackers. And then, hopefully they'll get Kyle Eifert back. But those deep crossing routes over the middle of the field, that hurts Georgia Tech every game. You know what I'm saying? So that is going to be a weakness to kind of watch for in this one. But if they can bottle up Restrepo, just not let him take over the game. 4 catches, 30 yards. You can hold him under 50 to 60 yards, you've won. The next one is going to be the running back of Damian Martinez. Now, the good thing for Georgia Tech is that they face elite running attacks all year. Star Thomas, right, with Duke. Amarian Hampton with UNC. Louisville with their 4-back system. And more oftentimes than not, they've been a top unit when it comes to that. Now, they're not top 10 or top 20, but they're like top 30 in the nation for the most part in the running game, right? Might be a play here and there, but they pretty much do good. They did really good against Bashal Tootin a few weeks ago with Virginia Tech. Like, they do really good with shutting down the run. Like, Tyler Santucci deserves credit for that. So they're facing another monster. 500 yards rushing this year. I think he has like 7 touchdowns, averaging 5.7 to carry. So it's not going to be easy. They can mix it up with him as well. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. So you got to make sure they're ready for that. So, yeah, man, that's kind of what to watch for in this game. I want to see them open up the playbook. I want to see them have some shot plays. I think that's going to be very crucial in this one if they're going to pull off the win. You got to have, I think in this one, at least about 4 to 5 plays of over 20-plus yards. I really do. Like, you cannot dink it. I mean, you can maybe potentially dink and dunk, but you got to have some big plays in this game if you're going to knock off Miami. You know what I'm saying? You cannot just have under, 10-yard plays. Like, you're not going to be able to do it. You got to have some shot plays. When the opportunity presents itself, again, you don't want to force the ball. But when the opportunity is there, you're going to have to capitalize and be able to hit on it. They got the deep threats to do it. 2 really good receivers that are underrated in my humble opinion. You got a good tight end crew. You can run the ball, have a really good running back system behind Jamal Haynes, Chad Alexander, right? Trey Cooley, if it's not him, Anthony Carey, Traylon Maddox, some of the freshmen. They got there loaded at running back, man. They got a bunch of guys at that slot. So it's going to be interesting and entertaining to watch to see what they do there. But the key for Georgia Tech, as it has been all year, if their running game is going, they're usually unbeatable. When the running game struggles, usually they're more susceptible. You know what I'm saying? So if they can get that going in games that they want of 150 yards, you know what I'm saying, 200 yards, yada, yada. Like, if they can get in that range of what they're accustomed to usually doing, look out. This could be a tough one because what does Georgia Tech really want to do? They want to embody the character of their head coach, Brent Key, right, which is smash mouth football, running the ball, leaning on that offensive line with some really good players, Keelan Rutledge, right, Weston Franklin, Jordan Williams, right? This is what this team wants to do. So if they can get that going, Miami might be in trouble. All right, now, I hope I didn't bore y'all too much. I appreciate y'all sticking around. It is time for predictions. My guy Jackson, he's doing good this year, 7-2. He's been doing good at picking the wins and the losses for Tech. I've been basically going with Georgia Tech the whole time. So as you can see, I got the same record as Georgia Tech. That's okay. Arvon Bacon, another writer for us, 6-3 so far this year. So I got the same record because I've been choosing Georgia Tech pretty much every game. But I think this one, like I said, is going to be contingent upon if Haynes King can play. I'm rolling with the Yellow Jackets, as y'all can see right here. 34-31, Georgia Tech wins. They pull out a stunner, right? And they get the program-defining win. Now, they had one last year. I think that was just the changing of the guard for Georgia Tech. When I say program-defining, there's so many top-end recruits that I'm going to talk about and have an article on before tomorrow comes out that's going to be in attendance. You win this game, you're going to have guys committing or wanting to flip and play for you. So it's going to be very important, man. This is a big game. Big boy's going to be there at 10 a.m. I think what Georgia Tech can pull this off if they got their quarterback. Looking for their first, I think, ranked win against a top 5 opponent in a long time. All right. Georgia Tech can do it. You know what I'm saying? But Haynes King, Kyle Eifert has to be healthy. If they're healthy and ready to go, they got everything they need to upset the Hurricanes on ESPN at noon. Trust me, no better way to start off Saturday for college football than this game right here and pulling off a potential upset with a team that has ACC championship aspirations and a team that has college football playoff aspirations and title aspirations. No better way. So I'm going with the Yellow Jackets, Rambling Wreck on the flats, pull off the upset, and they beat Miami, right? Showing that they are a true team and they clinch bowl eligibility. You heard it right here, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Make sure y'all like and share on TikTok. And follow me on all platforms at Najee Wilk.